Hi friends, it's Granny Joannie, and I am back with one of my all-time favorite and most requested stories. So pull out your imagination. Well, you brought it with you, of course. You bring it with you everywhere you go, don't you? I mean, it's so cool because there's no batteries that ever need recharging. Can't get stolen or lost or broken. Best of all, your mom never has to say, if you don't put that thing away where it belongs, I'm going to throw it in the trash. Imagination is your very best toy. So get it out, and here we go. Can you see them? Over there in that mud puddle, do you see? See who it is? Who likes to play in the mud? Well, besides you and me, of course. I love that feeling of the squishy mud between my toes. But we all know about piggies, how they love to wallow in the mud. But did you ever wonder what their parents think of that? I mean, the moms don't need to worry about them tracking muddy footprints when they've just mopped the kitchen floor. And they don't need to worry about getting mud that they can't get the stains out of their good clothes. They never have to worry about them being all dirty when they're ready to go to something special in town. Charlotte Pomerantz is a wonderful author, and she wrote a lovely story called The Piggy in the Puddle that might give you a different way of looking at things. Here goes. See the piggy, see the puddle, see the muddy little puddle. See the piggy in the middle of the muddy little puddle. See her waddling, see her paddling, see her diving way down dairy. She is wiggling, she is giggling, she is very, very merry. See her father, fuddy-duddy, fuddy-duddy, fuddy-duddy. Don't you get all muddy, 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 muddy. You are much too plump and little to be in the muddy middle. Mud is squishy, mud is squashy, mud is oh so squishy, squashy. What you need is lots of soap. But the little piggy answered, squishy, squashy, squishy, squashy, nope. Ooh, I hope you don't talk to your dad like that. Could be trouble. See her mother, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle. You get out of there, skedaddle, daddle, 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 daddle. You are much too plump and little to be in the muddy middle. Mud is mushy, mud is squishy, mud is oh so mushy, squishy. What you need is lots of soap. But the little piggy answered, mushy, squishy, squishy, squashy, nope. Ooh, that sounded pretty disrespectful to me. See her brother, silly Billy, silly Billy, silly Billy. Don't you waddle willy-nilly, willy-nilly, willy-nilly. You are much too plump and little to be in the muddy middle. Mud is oofy, mud is poofy, mud is oh so oofy poofy. What you need is lots of soap. But the little piggy answered, oofy poofy, mushy squishy, squishy squashy, nope. Now they all stood in a huddle right beside the muddy puddle. There was Piggy, plump and little, right inside the muddy middle. She was waddling, she was paddling, she was diving way down dairy. She was wiggling, she was giggling, she was very, very merry. Said her father, little piggy, you have made me very mad. Said her mother, little piggy, you have made me very sad. Little piggy, said her brother, you are very, very bad. Dear, oh dear, said Piggy's father. What's a father pig to do? He thought and thought and thought and thought. And then, of course, he knew. He said, I'll bet my feet get wet. And he jumped in too. See two piggies in the puddle, in the muddy little puddle. Me, oh my, said Piggy's mother. What's a mother pig to do? She thought and thought and thought and thought. And then, of course, she knew. She said, I'll bet my tail gets wet. And she jumped in too. See, 3 piggies in the puddle, in the muddy little puddle. Boo-hoo-hoo, said Piggy's brother. Now whatever shall I do? He thought, but not for very long, because, of course, he knew. He held his nose and yelled, here goes! And he jumped in too. See 4 piggies in the puddle, in the muddy little puddle. See them waddle, big and little, right inside the muddy middle. They're all waddling, they're all paddling, they're all diving way down dairy. They're all wiggling, they're all giggling, they're are very, very merry. Said the father, "Ooh, mud is squishy, mud is squashy, mud is oh so squishy, squashy." Said the mother, "Ooh, mud is mushy, mud is squishy, mud is oh so mushy, squishy." Said the brother, "Ooh, mud is oofy, mud is poofy, mud is oh so oofy, poofy." Then the little piggy said, "Yes, indeed. I think you're right that what we need is lots of soap." But the other piggies answered, "Squishy, squashy, mushy, squishy, oofy, poofy, nope." So they all dove way down dairy and were very, very merry.